Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find our Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will be getting daily, weekly and monthly current affairs on regular basis. You can use code VIKAS10 to get additional 10% discount while purchasing the course. This video is available both in English and Hindi. The timestamp for both English and Hindi are mentioned in the description of each video. You can contact us on the number provided or mail provided. Also follow us on Telegram and Instagram, and the link for the same is provided in the description of each video. Also students, we have started a new initiative that is of handwritten notes. It is helpful to understand the news daily, time saving and very useful for your revision. We aims to cover 15 questions via handwritten notes in upcoming bank exams. These handwritten notes are available on daily current affairs content PDF at our mobile application and website careerscloud.in. Only our Crack Current Affairs subscribers will be able to access these handwritten notes. A sample PDF of the handwritten notes will be available in the description. Everyone, how are you all? I hope you are all good. So students, in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for the topic banking and finance for September month. Session will be quite interesting and important, and it will be very beneficial for your competitive exams. Also students, if you are new to our channel and haven't subscribed to us, do subscribe. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. Let's start. The first question is, which organization or bank has recently launched sovereign green bond scheme in the International Financial Service Center in India? So this is the scheme for trading and settlement of sovereign green bonds in IFSC, that is in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. So which is that organization or bank? It is Reserve Bank of India. RBI has launched this scheme, right? This scheme will facilitate investment in the sovereign green bonds that will be issued by the government of India, then that will be eligible for the foreign investors in the IFSC. Next, which bank has recently launched GIGA? This is a comprehensive financial suite designed specifically for the gig workers and freelancers. So which bank launched this GIGA? It was launched by HDFC Bank. Here this GIGA will offer specialized saving account, current account, debit card, credit card, right? And this GIGA business debit card will provide accelerated cashbacks also. Next, which of the following has recently approved Paytm for the downstream investment into Paytm Payments Limited? It is Ministry of Finance. They have recently approved Paytm for downstream investment into Paytm Payments Limited. Downstream investment means Indian company has got some foreign direct investment investing in other Indian company equity instrument or capital. Correct? Next is, which ministry has recently issued 6 new regulations that are related to the investors in the Public Provident Fund, Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana and other small saving schemes? So, which bank has recently, or which ministry has recently issued these 6 new regulations? These were issued by Ministry of Finance, right? They were issued by Ministry of Finance. These new rules have been adopted with the objective of regularizing the irregularly opened accounts under National Small Saving through the Post Office. Next, and these new rules, one more thing, remember, they will be coming into effect from, and they have been came into effect from 1st of October 2024. Next, which bank has recently fined 2.68 crore rupees by RBI for contravention of certain provisions, including on opening of current accounts, interest rates on deposits and fraud classification? So it is UCO Bank, right? RBI has imposed a penalty of 2.68 crore rupees on UCO Bank, and this is basically for what reason? It is for certain provisions for opening of current accounts, interest rate on deposit and fraud classification. Apart from this, remember, RBI has also imposed a penalty of 2.1 lakh rupees, and it was on the Cent Bank Home Finance Limited. Next, which insurance company has launched USD denominated life insurance solutions for non-resident Indians at its newly opened offshore branch at Gandhinagar, Gujarat in Gypt City? So which insurance company? It is Tata AIA Life Insurance Company Limited. Next, which insurance company has partnered with the Policy Bazaar Insurance Brokers Private Limited to launch a new term insurance plan, that is Income Suraksha plan. It is Aditya Birla Sun Life Insurance Limited. Next, which fintech company has recently launched India's first multi-branded, co-branded credit card in partnership with RuPay and Yes Bank Limited? So, which is that fintech? It is Pop Tech Growth Private Limited. Right? It was launched at the Global Fintech Festival that was held in Gandhinagar, Gujarat. Next, which insurance company has recently launched India's first Braille insurance policy named Special Care Gold, designed to provide the needs of persons with disability? Which is that organization or which is that insurance company? It is Star Health Allied and Insurance Company. They have launched this in India's first Braille insurance policy. Any person aged between 18 to 65 years of age can avail this policy, right? Apart from this, this policy offers 1 year term insurance with individual coverage of up to 4 lakh rupees to 5 lakh rupees, right? This policy will empower the visually impaired individuals with opportunities for income generation in the insurance sector. Next, which bank has recently launched two innovative digital solutions, that is your UPI ATM and Bharat Connect for Business at the Global Fintech Festival that was held in Mumbai, Maharashtra? So, which bank has launched these two new products? They were launched by Axis Bank. Correct? This UPI ATM, right? This is a cardless cash withdrawal and deposit system that will be using UPI, right? And Bharat Connect for Business, this was launched in partnership with NPCI Bharat Bill Pay Limited. Next, name the fixed deposit scheme that was launched by the Bank of India with an interest rate of up to 7.25%. Direct question, name of the scheme of fixed deposit is Star Dhan Vridhi. Next, according to the global payment hub PaySecure data, India's UPI has processed nearly how many rupees in transactions between April to July 2024, surpassing the world's leading digital payment platform. So, according to global payments hub PaySecure India data, India's UPI has processed 81 lakh crore rupees of transactions crore rupees of transactions between April to July, surpassing world's leading digital payment platform. Next, which fintech startup payment gateway has recently received the final authorization from RBI to act as a payment aggregator? It is PaySharp. PaySharp, it is Chennai, Tamil Nadu based fintech startup, right? And they received this authorization from RBI to act as a payment aggregator. Next, the Kotak Mahindra General Insurance Company Limited, they have rebranded themselves to what? They have rebranded themselves to Zurich Kotak General Insurance Company India Limited. Next, who is the chairperson of the recently formed 22-member advisory committee by SEBI to streamline the rules for listing obligations and disclosures? So, who is the chairperson here? Rama Subramaniam Gandhiji. This committee will provide, this 22-member committee will provide SEBI on various disclosure requirements, listings, post-listing obligations, harmonization, and various corporate governance. Next, which mutual fund company has recently launched India's first Nifty 500 Momentum 50 Index Fund? This was launched by Motilal Oswal Mutual Fund, right? This NFO for this began on 2nd of September and it ended on 16th of September. The objective of this open-end index fund is basically to capture the Nifty 500 index momentum stock performance. Next, which organization has recently introduced India's first Android-based cash recycling machine automated teller machine in collaboration with NPCI? It is Hitachi Payment Service Private Limited, right? This is the organization that have launched India's first Android-based cash recycling machine ATM. Remember, this facility, initiated with the support from the Government of India, aims to expand their access and support in the renewable energy sector globally. Next, which organization has recently launched an online tool, Dava Suchak, right, that allow the depositors to track the status of their claims by entering their registered mobile number? So this Dava Suchak was launched by whom? It was launched by which organization? This Dava Suchak was launched. It was launched by Deposit Insurance and Credit Guarantee Corporation, that is your DICGC, right? This is a wholly owned subsidiary of Reserve Bank of India and they have launched this Dava Suchak, or Dava Suchak also known as claim status tracking, right? With the help of this, you will be able to set or with the help of this, you will be able to track what is the process or what is the situation of your complaint. Next, which company has recently become the first NBFC to launch NPCI eKYC Setu system? So, which organization has launched this? This has been launched by Housing Development Board Financial Service Limited, right? They have become the first NBFC to launch this NPCI eKYC Setu system. They right, and this system is built in collaboration with NPCI and UIDAI. Next, which payment firm has recently partnered with NPCI Bharat Bill Pay Limited to launch its BBPS B2B platform? B2B means business to business platform. Correct? It is Paymate. Right? They have partnered with NPCI Bharat Bill Pay Limited and they have launched a B2B platform. This aims to serve 636 or 634 lakh MSMEs and 16.6 corporate entities across India. Right, and this platform will facilitate large scale standardization and digitization of the commercial operations such as payments, invoicing, collection across India, and will also promote a better ecosystem for the buyers and suppliers. Next, which of the following has recently become the first major Indian bank to join the partnership for carbon accounting financials, that is PCAF? So first bank is your Union Bank of India and now it is Punjab National Bank. They have also joined this PCAF framework. Next, which company has recently launched its signature increasing income plan to offer growing income streams for the retirees? So, which organization, which insurance company? It is Aviva in Life Insurance Company Limited. And this plan is designed to help the customers maintain their purchasing power in retirement and keep up with the inflation. Next, which insurance company has recently entered a bancassurance partnership with CSP Bank Limited to offer a wide range of life insurance products? So which is it? It is your Max Life Insurance Company Limited. Correct? Bancassurance, basically what is this? Bancassurance is a partnership between a bank and an insurance company. Which is the insurer bank here? CSB Limited, and insurance company here is Max Life Insurance Company Limited. Next, RBI, they have recently reported that the small saving plans have grown, or these small saving plans, they have grown by how much percent? Up to Feb 2024, reaching 18.1 lakh crore rupees. So they have grown by 13.8%. Correct? And remember this. Next, one more thing remember here, Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana and Senior Citizen Saving Scheme, they have seen the highest growth among all the saving schemes with a 41% growth. Next, which bank has recently announced a strategic partnership with DMI Finance Private Limited to offer a co-branded credit card to DMI Finance existing customers? So it is RBL Bank Limited. Next, which company has recently received final authorization from RBI to function as an online payment aggregator? Which is it? So which company got this online payment aggregator license? It was PayGlocal Technologies Private Limited. Right? With this authorization, PayGlocal can now officially onboard the merchants, offer various secure, efficient and seamless payment processing for the businesses. Next, which ministry has recently relaxed norms for the expenditure exceeding 500 crore rupees to boost the capital expenditure, that is your capex, that is estimated at 11.11 lakh crore rupees for the financial FY25? So which is it? It is Ministry of Finance. Next, RBI, they have clarified that overseas citizens of India card holders, that are OCI card holders, now are eligible for education loan from Indian banks as long as they are residing in India. These banks that can provide the, or these Indian banks that can provide the loans are SBI, HDFC Bank and ICICI Bank. Next, Bharti Airtel has recently launched a fixed deposit service under its digital finance arm, Airtel Finance, by offering interest rates of up to how much percent? Up to 9.1%. Next, with which housing finance company did the US International Development Finance Corporation signed a $50 million loan agreement to expand mortgage and home lending in India? It is Vastu Housing Finance Corporation Limited. Next, Which company has recently secured 7.2 billion rupees funding from Asian Development Bank and Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank for electric bus services expansion in India? So from which organization? It is JBM Ecolife Mobility Private Limited, right? We received $7.2 billion funding. Sorry, this company has received this 7.2 billion rupees funding from Asian Development Bank and Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank, and this is basically to enhance the electric bus services in India. So that's all for the day, students. If you find the session interesting, do hit the like button. Now let's move to some revision part, students, that will be benefiting in your learning. Who was recently appointed as the chairman of the SSC? So S. Gopal Krishnan was appointed as the chairman of SSC. He will be succeeding whom? He will be succeeding Rakesh Ranjan. If we talk about V. Umashankar, he has been appointed as the secretary of the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Vikram Devdutt, he has been appointed as the secretary of the Ministry of Coal. And if we talk about Subrata Gupta, she has been appointed as the secretary to the Ministry of Food Processing and Industries. Next, name the spaceship that was recently launched by the China with 3 astronauts on board. So it is Shenzhou 19, right? This is the spaceship launched by China with 3 astronauts on board, and this will be going to the Tiangong space station, that is also of China. Next, which subdivision has been officially declared as the 17th district of Nagaland? So Meluri, correct, it has been officially became the 17th district of Nagaland. Take a note of this. And this Meluri tribe, this district is primarily habited by the Naga tribe, that is Pochuri Naga tribe. Next, name the India's first endangered bird species birthed through the artificial insemination, that is your Great Indian Bustard. The center has been collecting the GIB eggs, that is your Great Indian Bustard eggs, from various locations in Rajasthan desert for safe hatching and breeding them. Correct? Next is which of the following are correct with respect to the 7th session of the International Solar Alliance held in New Delhi? See, ISA established by India and France in 2015, headquarter of which is in Gurugram, Haryana. Right? Question asked among them is which among the following is correct? So option A and C are correct, B is wrong. B is saying that the 7th session of International Solar Assembly has elected India as the president and Seychelles as the co-president for a period of 2 years from 2024 to 2026. Is it correct? So no. India is the president, but who is the co-president? Not Seychelles, but France is the co-president here, and it is for 2 years from 2024 to 2026. Next, which country hosted the 16th meeting of the Conference of the Parties to the Convention on Biological Diversity from 21st of October to 1st of November 2024? If we look at this, it is Colombia, right? Colombia hosted the 16th meeting on CBD COP16 that was held from 21st of October to 1st of November, right? Take a note of this. And during this, Global Ecosystem Atlas was also launched. Next, one more thing, there was a theme for this COP16. What was the theme? Peace with nature. This is the theme that I want you all to take a note of it. Next, who has recently co-chaired the 2nd ministerial meeting of the Economy and Investment Committee under the India-Saudi Arabia Partnership Council held in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia? So, who recently co-chaired it? It was co-chaired by Piyush Goyal. Correct? And this here he co-chaired the 2nd ministerial meeting of the Economy and Investment Committee along with Saudi Arabia, and also he took part in the 8th edition of FII that was held from 29th of October to 31st of October in 2024, and it was held in Riyadh, and this was the 8th edition of FII, that is your Future Investment Initiative. This is also important. Next, which country has recently signed a memorandum of understanding on bilateral defense cooperation with India? It is Algeria, right? Algeria signed this MOU on bilateral defense cooperation along with India, correct? And he focused on Make in India and Make for the World initiatives. Next, which bank has recently issued the first biodiversity and nature focused bond worth $100 million to fund the vital conservation projects across Asia and the Pacific. It is Asian Development Bank, ADB, right? The bond was announced during the 16th COP held in Cali, Colombia, and these bonds are worth $100 million, correct? And they will be used for various conservation projects across Asia and the Pacific region. Next, according to RBI's half-yearly report released in October, foreign exchange reserves have increased from 646.42 billion to $705.78 billion in September 2024. Next, who has recently received the Mahatma Gandhi Leadership Award in the United Kingdom? So Dara Singh Khurana, right? Dara Singh Khurana, he's an actor, philanthropist, and he received this Mahatma Gandhi Leadership Award. This is for his work towards mental health, right? He worked toward this issue and he has been working it from a very long time. Also, Dara Singh recognized for his significant contribution to the field of arts, and he served as a keynote speaker at the Global Mental Health Summit 2024 that was held at the Oxford University in UK. Next, which city in India has ranked second in the recently released 15th edition of Lonely Planet's Best in Travel list across the world? So it is Puducherry, correct? And this is the city that has ranked the second in the 15th edition of Lonely Planet's Best in Travel list across the world. Kazakhstan has topped the list, correct? Take a note of it. Next, which country has recently become the 46th signatory of the Artemis Accord? What is Artemis Accord? Artemis Accord was launched by NASA, and this was launched for the peaceful exploration of space. And question asked is that which is the 46th country to join the Artemis Accord recently? So it is Republic of Cyprus that became the 46th country to join NASA's Artemis Accord. Next, which of the following compounds in the Earth's upper atmosphere helps to cool down the Earth? So diamond dust, right? New research was carried out and it stated if we spray millions of tons of diamond dust in the Earth's upper atmosphere, then it can help to cool down the Earth's temperature. Next, under which mission Namo Drone Didi? This is a scheme providing drones to the women self-help groups with an outlay of 1,261 crore rupees. So under which scheme, under which mission Namo Didi drone scheme is providing these drones? So the name of the mission is Deen Dayal Antyodaya Yojana National Rural Livelihood Mission. Under this Namo Drone Didi scheme is providing drones to the women self-help groups for the agriculture purpose. Next, which zoological park will become the first zoo in India to receive the IGBC certification, that is Indian Green Building Council certification? It is Durgesh Aranya Zoological Park that is in the Himachal Pradesh that will become the first zoo to get this IGBC certification. This IGBC certification is basically that they are working towards the sustainable development goals, they are conserving the environment, they are keeping the biological diversity there safe, and they are promoting the eco-friendly practices there. This entire park has been launched with a budget of 619 crore rupees, and you will be seeing with this that tourism will also increase in the Himachal Pradesh. Next, which ministry has recently reconstituted the Central Apprenticeship Council for 3 years? This is to provide the internships to the upcoming youth, and you will be seeing with various public and private companies this tie-up has been done to provide the internship, and the ministry here associated is Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship. Next, where was the 15th edition of the exercise Vajra Prahar scheduled to be conducted from 2nd to 22nd of November 2024? Right? Where was the 15th edition of this Vajra Prahar held? It was held at Idaho in USA. Next, name the exercise between India and Indonesia that was held in Jakarta, Indonesia recently. It is Garuda Shakti, right? And this was the 9th edition of this exercise held in Jakarta, Indonesia. From Indian side, 25 Indian personnel from the Parachute Regiment took part in this exercise. Next, the Reserve Bank of India recently announced that any entity that is seeking authorization for central counterparty, they should have at least a net worth of 300 crore rupees. right? Minimum 300 crore rupees worth is required. These central counterparties, these are basically, say you are a person here, right, and you want to buy shares or sell shares, and there is a person who want to sell shares, but this person here, CCP, this is your CCP that will be buying from here or selling this person or selling to this person or buying, it will be acting as a mediator. So they should have a minimum wealth of 300 crore rupees here. Next, who has recently reappointed as the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Axis Bank? So Amitabh Chaudhary has been appointed as the reappointed as the MD and CEO of Axis Bank Limited. He will be in this position for the next 3 years, right? Next, who has recently won the F1 Brazilian Grand Prix in Sao Paulo, Brazil? So Max Verstappen, right, has won the F1 Brazilian Grand Prix. Correct, take a note of this. And this is the 4th straight F1 title for Max Verstappen and the 8th title for 2024. Next, when is National Legal Service Day annually observed? National Legal Service Day observed on 9th of November. And here remember, the first ever National Legal Service Day observed in 1995. Next, which volcanic mountain has recently erupted in Indonesia, causing casualties and damage to the villages? So Mount Lewotobi Laki, right? This is the name of the volcano that has been recently erupted in Indonesia, and it took lives of at least 10 people. Next, which port is India's first port that has introduced Green Ship Initiative through Environment Ship Index portal? It is Mormugao Port of Goa, right? This is the first port of India that has introduced these green ship initiatives, that is to promote environment friendly practices for the seagoing vessels. This will be promoting sustainable development goals, and also the energy that will be utilized here will be the green energy. Next, according to the Central Water Commission's report, glacial lakes and other water bodies in the Himalayan region, they are witnessing an increase in the glacial lake area, and the increase is almost of 10.81% in 2024 as the ice is melting. That is the reason the water is increasing in those lakes and the area of those lakes is increased. Say for example, this is the lake area, but because of the melting of the ice, this area becomes this much. This is an increase of the area. So we are seeing on an average a 10.1% increase in 2024 because of the climate change, and almost 67 lakes, they have experienced an increase of almost 40% in the area of those lakes. Next, according to ADB's report, Asia Pacific Climate Report, catalyzing finance and policy solutions, the climate change under the high-end emissions lead to -% in the GDP by 2070 across the Asia Pacific region. If we are talking about the Asia Pacific region, almost 16.9% of the GDP will be lost by 2070. Whereas if we talk about specifically for India, almost 24.7% of the GDP will be lost because of the climate change. Even World Health Organization, they recently released a report as well as along with World Bank that stated that because of the rise in temperature, India will be losing 10 to 20% of the daily working hours also because of the rise in temperature. Next, who has topped the 11th edition of the Huron India Philanthropy List recently released by Edelgive Foundation in partnership with Huron India? So Shiv Nada, right? He has topped this 11th edition of the Huron India Philanthropy List released by the Edelgive Foundation in partnership with Huron India. Next, who has recently won the International Hockey Federation Men's Player of the Year in Muscat, Oman? So who won it? It was won by Harmanpreet Singh. Correct? Take a note of this. Next, which world is selected as the Collins Word of the Year 2024? So which is the Collins Word of the Year 2024? It is Brett. Brett is basically a person who is full of confidence, independent, and Brett basically signifies a person who is or we can say who is too much arrogant, we can say in that word, right? Who is full of confidence but in a negative way, right? So this is the word of the year 2024, Collins Word of the Year 2024, Brett.